Hi, I'm Claire Johnson. I'm the Health and Safety Manager here at EGGER Hexham. So obviously safety is about making sure that everyone goes home as they came to work today.
My name's Christopher Kincaid. I am the Divisional Head of Health and Safety for EGGER. I look after plants in North America, in the USA, South America and Argentina, France and the United Kingdom.
As you can see, we're a very large manufacturing plant. We've got lots and lots of vehicle movements that happen day in, day out. So therefore, it's key that we segregate people from those vehicles. So that's where the ASAFE barriers come in and really help us do that. At the end of the day, it helps people to comply with the rules and also makes it easier for us to know if someone's maybe in an area that they shouldn't be as well.
The journey with ASAFE and EGGER began approximately 7 years ago now on this very plant in Barony in Auchinleck in Ayrshire, Scotland. We wanted to improve our pedestrian vehicle safety and interaction, so we looked to ASAFE. We formulated a 4-phase plan on this site to introduce barriers to provide that segregation, and we are now approaching the end of phase 4 in the Barony site. That journey's growing in our Hexham site in Northumberland in England, where we utilise ASAFE as a control measure for vehicle safety, and also in our Lexington plant in North America and in our 2 French plants in Rion and Rambervillers in the northeast of France and the south of France.
My name is Neil McLaughlin. I work at EGGER Barony as a project engineer.
My name's Dylan Thurtle. I'm the trainee section leader for the new KT lamination line here at Barony.
Yeah, so my role in the company is to implement technical projects, and for this one of the work packages that I was involved with was the safety side and putting in all of the ASAFE barriers around the facility. So that includes external barriers and internal barriers. So where we're standing here was when we identified a need for some segregation at our packaging line.
Mobile plant, HGV vehicles, regular vehicles are a huge part of our process. We have hundreds of deliveries on a weekly basis using HGV vehicles. We have mobile plant, heavy plant, industrial plant such as loading shovels and forklift trucks, and we have normal contractor traffic on site. We like to follow a hierarchical approach to safety at EGGER. We can't eliminate these hazards, so we can reduce them by physically separating the pedestrians from the vehicles. ASAFE forms a major part of this and has done for a number of years. It allows us to have confidence, it allows our staff to have confidence, and it looks aesthetically pleasing as well. It's a great look to the plant.
You can actually see just over my shoulder Josh from the install team's actually just finishing part of it off. It will allow our operators to safely exit the area with the packaging robots, and then later on they're going to do some installs to highlight our fire protection equipment with some ASAFE bollards.
ASAFE and EGGER formed a partnership when we were developing a period of cultural change, behavioural change within the business, and that has allowed us to grow and develop together. So the expectation from the workforce, particularly in the plants where ASAFE has been established for a long time, is that they believe that there should be physical segregation. They believe that ASAFE is the way forward because we've used it for so many years. So the behaviour, the culture and the expectation from the workforce is that we have ASAFE barriers as part of standard design, which you can see behind me with our new lamination line, which has come designed with ASAFE barriers throughout internally and externally.
So I think one of the areas where we've seen a real big difference is the use of the ASAFE barriers out the back of the log yard area. So it's not an area where a lot of people go, but it can be quite a dangerous area. Therefore, we've invested quite a lot in putting new ASAFE barriers in there so that it really is in your face that you need to stay on this side of the barrier. This is what's going to keep you safe.
We never had a steel comparison previously. I think reliability is better than concrete bollards, and more importantly the aesthetic is better. It simply looks better as a product. In terms of return, it's not really quantifiable, but we have not had any enforcement action on this site. We have not had any prosecutions or serious road sort of vehicle interface incidents since we've introduced ASAFE as a product. Now, As I mentioned earlier, there's been a cultural change that's went hand in hand with the partnership with ASAFE, so there's multiple factors to that. But what we can say with the greatest amount of confidence is in the past 7 years within this business, we've had no vehicle pedestrian related incidents on the sites where we've introduced ASAFE barriers, and ASAFE definitely plays a part in that.
I feel as if that everybody these days feels safe. I know obviously in years previous that we've not really had any barriers and we've started to integrate that. But for me personally, being behind a barrier and knowing that there's a physical interface between myself and any plant, I feel much safer, especially when if you're working on computers and stuff like that, that your back is towards any production related issues. So having that there is a big safety issue, a big safety implementation. And I think that speaking to the operators from other parts that we've had, ASAFE, the feeling from them is that they feel more valued and they feel safer.
Yeah, well, they would. Yeah, and just touching on that, any investment project we've done in the last 3 or 4 years, it's pretty much automatic that EGGER put in some form of segregation, and it's always ASAFE because we've just signed a new supplier agreement, so it's really good going forward for the business and for ASAFE and EGGER together.